Hi, this is my second installation of this ongoing series about the basics of setting type for 307, the 307 class. Okay, just a couple points here. And I think that it's important to listen to these YouTube sequentially so that you understand what I'm saying and you don't get stuck. So just a couple points here about setting type in general. Okay, so I'm going to click on Photoshop. Get this stuff organized here. The basic idea is to understand all about the character box right here. I'm going to move it though. I've changed this color because I don't want to, where's my other one? Here, I open this. This is what we're working on from the first one. But I don't want you to be confused because, okay, so this is just like for demonstration purposes. So, learning activity for type, screenshot, here's our screenshot. And this is what we're working on, learning activity 6. Okay, back to this one. Now, sometimes people, they just jump right into the text tool. They click on it, and then, they'll pop their cursor in and like, oh, what's that? As soon as you click your mouse, Photoshop will make a type layer. And then, okay, now let me just write some stuff. It looks a little weird. This is just not the way to do it. And so now the reason you can't see what I'm doing is because I'm typing pink type on top of a pink background. But I just haven't made any typographic choices. You have to put your choices in first before you start clicking around. So say, okay, I've clicked off of it, seems okay, and then, oh, let me try it again. You click again, and look, before you know it, you've got, okay, there's another type layer. And then, all right, forget that, that's not working. And before you know it, what you type in, it's just a side note, once you start typing, Photoshop will name the layer. See, this is a type layer, it's got a T. And Photoshop will name the layer automatically with what you've typed. So see, I'm just hitting the keyboard and typing weird stuff. Every time I click the mouse, it makes another type layer, and before you know it, you've got like a million type layers and none of them are working. And it's just confusing. Okay, so the bottom line here's trash. I'm going to throw these out. Photoshop works with type differently than it works with layers of imagery, and that gets back to the pixel situation. And that this type is not really pixelated. It's like another animal altogether. It's not a layer with pixels. It's typography, and the way that the reason I did that is because you want nice crisp type. You don't want it pixelated or low resolution. Or it's just a software thing. But I'm going to click this one more time. If you see this, you're working in a type layer. Okay, let's throw it out again. Another strange thing. See, there's a million things to learn. That's why I'm going to do like probably 1,000 of these little lectures. Here's a strange thing. See this? Lorem ipsum. What kind of word is that? Well, it goes back to the history of graphic design in the old days. If you were setting type for a client and the client didn't have copy ready, didn't have all the words, and you were just putting type in as a placeholder so that your client could see sort of what it would look like but don't read it, it would use this typographic approach called lorem ipsum, which has got descenders. The type goes down, the type goes up. It's got like nice round letters. It's got M's. It's just like it's fake type. And that term, lorem ipsum, is a graphic design term. It goes back to the old days. Now, so say all right, I'm gonna change this color. And I'm gonna put some type specs in, just on the quick. So, 12-point type, let's make it 15. This is leading, which is the space, from line, from baseline to baseline, the bottom of the line to the bottom of a line. I'll make it a little tighter. Okay. Alright, so I've got some stuff in there in the character box. I hit return. I'm still in the type tool, so it's sort of like walking around with a loaded gun. If you want to just like get out of it and not worry about it, you can make typographic decisions, in a different tool. Okay. I mean, I can put, see I'm in the move tool. I can also change this if I want to. And I don't have to worry about clicking if I'm in the, every time you click in the type tool, it's going to make a type layer, and that can be a little disconcerting. Okay, now I've made these decisions, and I'm going to get back in the type tool, and I'm still talking about lorem ipsum. Here's the scoop. Okay, I'm holding down the mouse, I'm making a text box. Watch. That's weird. It's not doing what I thought it would do. Hold on. Okay. Now, here's black type. I'm going to make it bigger. I should have made it bigger. Alright, let's make it 30. 30 point on, 32 point leading. Okay, see, it fills in automatically with lorem ipsum. This is what lorem ipsum is. It's a weird term. But every time you set type, you might not want it to jump in there like that. It's like kind of annoying. Okay, the first thing I want to show you how to do, here's another thing, just a quick side note. If you hit Command D in the type tool, it won't deselect. Won't work. You go up here and say, okay, how do I deselect it? It's grayed out. So the type tool is just a different animal altogether. So this is when I go up to the marquee tool and I just click off of it. Okay. All right, one more time. Hit type tool, black type, 30 point. 30 point type, you can also see it down here. 30 point type, this is the character box. 32 point leading, that's the space between line length to line length. Here, I'm going to make it shorter, and you'll see what I mean. 29. Okay, I'm going to make another text box. And it jumps in. See the difference? Well, it's not really a dramatic difference, but here. Let me make it a dramatic difference. 20 on 30. There, see? It closes up this is called leading. The word is leading. Now, the object here